Patrick pulled out his own nose hairs. SpongeBob only pulled out one hair. Moments earlier, SpongeBob had accidentally splashed a drop of paint. The drop bounced across the protective sheets and landed back inside the paint can. Mr. Krabs ordered them to paint every wall in his living room before he returned. SpongeBob held his tiny homemade brush and carefully approached the wall. He hesitated for 3 hours before applying the first drop of paint. The paint began falling toward the floor. SpongeBob desperately tried to change its direction. He grabbed a hairdryer and tried to dry it in midair. The paint turned into a giant bubble instead. Patrick created another bubble. The two bubbles quickly merged into one enormous bubble. Patrick still thought it was not big enough. He grabbed a pump and filled it with even more air. The bubble grew larger and larger until it exploded in the middle of the room. Paint flew in every direction. When SpongeBob opened his eyes, every wall had been painted perfectly. None of Mr. Krabs' belongings were damaged. SpongeBob soon noticed a tiny drop of paint on Mr. Krabs' first dollar. That dollar meant everything to Mr. Krabs. He would fire SpongeBob on the spot if he found out. SpongeBob quickly tried to wipe it away. The stain only grew larger. Soon, the entire dollar was covered in paint. Patrick suggested washing it. They threw the dollar into a washing machine. It did not work. For the next several hours, they tried every method they could imagine. Nothing removed the paint. Patrick suddenly remembered that they had access to more advanced technology. The paint was still there. SpongeBob came up with another plan. He asked Patrick for $1 from his wallet. Patrick immediately put that dollar into a vending machine and bought a chocolate bar. Their final chance to fix the problem was gone. Mr. Krabs suddenly returned. SpongeBob told Patrick he would deal with Mr. Krabs himself. Mr. Krabs opened the door and found the room completely dark. SpongeBob and Patrick looked nervous. Mr. Krabs was about to question them. He noticed that every wall had been painted perfectly. His collection had also been cleaned without a single scratch. Mr. Krabs was very pleased and prepared to let them leave. He suddenly bumped into something hard. He wondered why all the paintings had been moved there. SpongeBob quickly stood in front of the damaged dollar. That only made Mr. Krabs more suspicious. Mr. Krabs pushed SpongeBob aside and saw the dollar covered in paint. SpongeBob thought his job was over. Mr. Krabs simply wiped it a few times. Every trace of paint disappeared. Ordinary saliva could remove the paint. Mr. Krabs had only lied to scare SpongeBob into working harder. His prank had worked perfectly. Mr. Krabs burst out laughing. He laughed so hard that his spit flew onto the wall. Seconds later, the paint began peeling off.